This is for if I start crying at any point during this video, because I'm just so grateful. And I'm not gonna cry. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique. Oh God. Oh God. We can do this. We can get through this. It'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be great. I can't look anywhere without being grateful. Hi, my name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bindi, and here on this channel we practice flexibility of the mind, the body, and the spirit. I know all I have to do is get to the topic and I will be fine. But before we do that, before we get to the topic of today's video, I just want to say thank God, fuck. Okay, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna have a booger on my face for the whole video. I hope not. I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who has supported me on this channel, who has subscribed, and who has joined my Manifestation Yoga Collective, because you're changing my life, and I have gone through a lot in my life, and it seemed so pointless when I was going through it. But now I just understand that it was all a lesson, and it was all to learn, and it was all to expand my heart so that I can teach you guys, so that hopefully you don't have to go through times that are as dark. And if you have gone through those times, so that you can know that there is a life after those hard, scary times. So thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for joining my group. Thank you. And as a thank you, I decided to open up the Facebook group. I decided to open up the Manifestation Collective Facebook group to everyone. So that will be in the description box. So if you don't want to, or if you're not able to right now, subscribe to the Manifestation Collective, it's all good, homie. You could join the Facebook group and we can still have conversations together on how to grow, how to be better, and be there for one another. So that that'll be down in the description box. Okay. Thank you. And if you don't know what the Manifestation Yoga Collective is, it's a group of light workers who are dedicated to committing to their manifestation. We meet every weekend. There's a live stream on Saturday that is for accountability, so that we can talk about our goals and discuss specific points of the law of attraction. And then on Sunday, we do manifestation yoga, which is a yin hatha based class with a lot of meditation in order to get you into the present moment so you can enter the creative space. Okay, let's just get to the video. Let's just do it. Today's video is all about why your vibration isn't going up. My specialty, self-sabotage. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down. I think I'm okay now. I am very versed in the art of self-sabotage, so I feel like this I feel like this is a very good topic for me to speak about. You may find that you are reading all the books, doing all the manifestation exercises, and you still feel like nothing's happening. You're not manifesting anything, and you don't feel any different on the inside. Or even worse, you start to feel some elevation, you start to feel some change within yourself, and you feel like you take 2 steps forward, something happens, 3 steps backwards. So let's talk about that today, why that happens, and what you can do to get through the act and the thoughts that lead to self-sabotage. So let's talk about finding alignment. I believe that when you watch these videos, when you watch any law of attraction videos, when you read about law of attraction, or when you do things that make you naturally happier, make you feel more like yourself, you are finding alignment with your soul and your soul purpose, and that is what leads to your vibration rising. Okay, everyone's state of alignment is different. We all have different ways to get there, which is why it's not identical equation for everyone. So all that being said, the process of learning who you are and learning what you're holding on to that's bringing you down is the process of raising your vibration. As you go through learning about yourself and letting go of the things that bring you down and your vibration goes up, you will notice that certain people, certain places, and certain behaviors fall out of your vibration. So the types of friends that you used to have aren't as attractive because you don't like talking about what they want to talk about. You know, maybe where you live. Maybe at one time you wanted to live in this place so bad, it seemed really cool. You know, a lot of people, they move to big cities, they move to areas where they think life's really popping, and then they get there, they feel a little accomplished, but after they get that little bit of accomplishment, they're like, you know, I actually want to live on top of the mountain away from everybody because they got a little further in finding themselves, got better into alignment, and they're like, you know what, I don't want this. And then behaviors fall out of your vibration. And this is where the meat of self-sabotage is. It's also in people, it's also in places, but the meat of self-sabotage is in behaviors. At one point in your life, you might have been fine blaming everyone else for your problems. At one point in life, you might have been fine listening to certain type of music, having certain types of conversations, doing certain things that as you elevate, you realize those things make you feel really uncomfortable. Certain behaviors are lower vibrational in their foundation, so certain behaviors will probably stay out of your vibration, but that's more so about awareness. So let's talk about that. I lied. We'll talk about awareness later. Next, we have to talk about what stops the natural raise in vibration. We're back on track. This video is a mess. Okay, so what stops our vibration from rising? We do. Big surprise. We stop our vibration from going up. How do we do that? Well, I am doing a lot of the call and response with myself right now. Okay, whatever. But how do we do that? How do we stop our own vibration from going up? My friends, anxiety. Yeah, it's anxiety. So what happens when your vibration starts going up is that things start feeling different. Things start feeling new. So let's say that you have had the best parents ever, the best upbringing, and the second you got out the womb, your parents were yelling in your face, life changes, don't be afraid of it. This isn't your problem. Good for you. This isn't your problem. You're probably just going around experiencing new things every single day, you know, just killing it with your life experience game. Great for you. The majority of us do not get taught when we are very young that nothing stays the same and that life is constantly evolving. So when life changes, we're like, WTF? I was comfortable. Why is life changing? And through that comfortability, we start to resist the change. And the scarier thing about raising your vibration is that it is an internal change. So like I said, when you start to have those thoughts that don't align with this new person you're becoming, you feel it on the inside. Everything on the outside is still the same, but you feel that misalignment on the inside. When you start to hang out with people, or when you continue to hang out with people who do not align with your purpose, and they start to talk about something, or they want to do something that does not interest you, you start to feel that misalignment inside, and you might not know why. So that can create anxiety, and that anxiety is what causes us to hang out with certain people, go to certain places, and continue certain behaviors that lead to self-sabotage. It's not self-sabotage when all of those things align with who you are. It's self-sabotage when you continue to do those things and those things do not align with who you are and they feel bad because, oh God, I'm talking too fast. Because that feeling bad is you lowering your vibration and attracting things that align with that feeling bad. That does not mean your life is going to fall apart. Okay? But if you're trying to manifest marriage, for example, right? Okay, this is a good example. So you are single. You have a lot of single friends. You decide you want to get married. And this realization has raised your vibration because now you're further into alignment. You understand that you want to get married, you want to have a family, you want to have a healthy life partner. That's the life you want. And now you understand yourself a little bit more and you're a little more in alignment. You're still hanging out with those single friends. This is not that type of stereotypical talk. Married people can't hang out with single people. I'm just giving you an example, man. I'm just giving you an example. So you continue to hang out with those single friends. And all of a sudden, they're talking about like one night stands. Nothing wrong with one night stands. They're talking about one night stands, you know, happy they don't have kids, XYZ. You continue to hang out with these people because it feels comfortable. You don't know what else to do. Okay, this is where the self-sabotage comes in. I think this is a really good example. So you're so used to hanging out with these people who are constantly talking about the single lifestyle, constantly talking about so glad they don't have kids, constantly talking about, you know, creating this mindset that it's me, myself, and I. So you start dating because you're still trying to take action to gravitate into the life you want. You're still trying to take action. So you start to date, right? Self-sabotage. This is where it comes in. You are on the date. For the past 3 years, you've been hanging out with a group of single women who are happy to be single when you knew that you wanted to be married. What do you talk about on the date? The person you're on the date with is talking about how they cannot wait to be married, how they cannot wait to move into a house, how they love their job because it allows them to have, provide for a family. You, because you're comfortable with what you were talking about before with your friends, only know how to talk about, well, I don't have any kids yet and I'm really happy because I get to keep all my money. I don't really have a lot of responsibilities and I like to travel on my own. Different things like that, different things that reflect the single mindset. Self-sabotage because you just ran away not a good partner, we don't know him yet, but we just ran away a partner that could have aligned with the person that you are becoming. That was the self-sabotage. And that self-sabotage rooted all the way back to continuing to hang out with those single people, which there are alternatives. You know, there's alone time, there's finding married friends, there's finding kids with friends, and mixing it up, not just hanging out with single people. As we evolve through life, we have to start to make different choices that reflect where we want to go. We can't keep everything the same. All right, so what do we do now? We're backing it back up to awareness. What do? I don't want to self-sabotage. I know what I want. Guys, my face itches because of tears. I don't want to self-sabotage. I want my life. I want my stuff. That's how you feel, right? You know what you want, but you feel like you can't elevate there. You feel your vibration trying to go up, but you feel that ceiling created by the resistance within yourself. What do? You sit down. You sit down and you simply observe your thoughts. There's a difference between meditation and observing your thoughts. Meditation is clearing. Okay, here we go. What were we talking about? Sorry, my camera died. The difference between meditation and observing your thoughts. So meditation is the act of finding peace, finding stillness within the moment, clearing the mind of thoughts, and instead being one with the present moment. I needed to do that. I needed to breathe. Observing your thoughts is when you sit in silence and just pay attention to the thoughts floating by in your mind without attaching to them emotionally. What happens when you attach to the thought emotionally is that it's like all the thoughts are passing by and you attach to one, you grab it, and then you start to get lost in that one thought. That's what happens when you attach emotionally. If you choose not to attach emotionally, you can just sit and observe everything going on in your mind. And after observing this and seeing what's going on, you can have a really clear picture of where you are in that moment and what you're thinking about. So for example, this girl on our date, she can sit and she can listen to her date talk And maybe she's nervous, maybe she feels anxiety because this is way out of her comfort zone. So while her date is talking, she can actively listen. And while she's eating, she can take 1 minute, just 1 minute while she's eating, maybe go to the bathroom and freshen up. She can take that time to just find stillness and see what's going on in her mind. Because we're all intelligent. We're all very smart. Okay? It doesn't take going to school and getting a higher education to be an intelligent person. And honestly, I feel like if you have any type of intelligence, it better be about yourself. It doesn't matter how smart you are in any other aspect of life if you don't even understand or know the science of you, you know? So the woman in our example can go to the bathroom, take a moment, observe what's going on in her mind, and she can see that because right now she's out of her comfort zone, all these thoughts are coming up of, I'm happy being single. I want to be single. I want to stay single. I know that that's not what we agreed on before this date, but now I'm saying I want to be single. And that is such a powerful time because then the woman in our example is giving herself a chance to say, I'm being emotional. I'm scared. I do not want to be single. I want to be married. So, brain, you're throwing a little hissy fit right now, but we're not on the same page. I want to be married, and this person out there wants to be married. So I'm going to go back out there and pay attention to what I say and how I act, because right now I'm out of my comfort zone and I don't want to do or say anything that doesn't reflect what I want in my life. I know it feels like it took us a long time to get there. I'm sorry, but I got it out. It came. I got it out. Yeah. Observing your thoughts. That's the only way to stop self-sabotage. There's no other way. There is no other way. Nada. I wish I could tell you there was another way, but there's not. So then the question becomes, all right, well, am I speaking and acting? If I'm emotional and I'm speaking and acting emotionally, how do I know if I'm making a choice that is in alignment or out of alignment? How do I know? And you know whether you are speaking and acting from the right place if your actions are not from a place of fear. So if this woman were to go back to her date and sit down and succumb to the fear, that's when the self-sabotage happens. She starts to talk about not wanting kids or not being sure whether she wants kids, even though she decided that she wanted kids a few days ago. She recedes back to that old mindset of sitting with her friends and being like, oh, I love my freedom, XYZ. So that fear makes her say certain things. She might even decide that the fear inside her mind and inside her body is so overwhelming, she might end the date early. She might look and see all the things wrong with this person she's on a date with and say, this is not the right partner for me. I don't know why, can't identify it, but I just don't like them, right? And all of these events are out of fear, out of not being in one's comfort zone. You know it's fear because a few days ago, you decided what you wanted, and now you're flip-flopping. When you're in the moment, you're flip-flopping. 5 minutes before the date arrived, you were excited and happy to meet someone who aligned with you. The date started, all of a sudden you feel differently. Okay, that's fear. You know when your thoughts and actions are in alignment, when the effort comes from a place other than fear, whether that's a place of faith, a place of hope, a place of optimism. And oftentimes the actions that align with the people that we want to be, are you listening? The action, oof, sometimes I be feeling like a pastor. The action that aligns with the people that we want to be are actions and words that we've never said before, actions that we've never taken before. So if this woman were to go back out onto her date, sit down and say, I've never thought about kids before, but I'm really excited to. I'm really excited to think about myself as a mom. Chances are, this woman in our example, this was her first time saying those words out loud. But when she said that, she quantum jumped. She changed her reality. Okay, so we know whether we're in alignment If our actions and our words and our thoughts are coming from a place of faith, we are in misalignment if our actions and our words are coming from a place of fear. Always remember, the ego likes to know everything. The ego likes for everything to stay the same. And we can't live that way because then we're never going to get our cool stuff. We can't get our cool stuff if our life stays the same. You know, we want our cool stuff. We want our cool experiences. We want our cool lives. So remember that the ego is useful sometimes because it's our personality and it's our identity and XYZ, but the ego likes for everything to stay the same. And our lives cannot stay the same. They just can't. They just can't. And they won't if we choose expansion. So today, choose expansion. That's all I got. This video is a mess. I love you so much. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up so other people on the tube of you know that it is valuable. Also, if you'd like me to expand on anything that I talked about down below, let me know and I'll talk about it in a future video. Last but not least, please make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can join the Bendy Bunch and become a reality bender yourself. I love you so much. I will see you next video. Bye.